Alrighty, happy Monday, everybody. Coach Aaron here from Fitness Legacy. Tonight, I'm going to be going over why you're probably not making progress on either your fitness or fat loss goals. All right. So, real quick, if you would, excuse me, please comment either live down below to let me know you're watching live, or comment replay to let me know you're watching the replay later on. This is a big help to me. So, let's go ahead and dive on in. So the big reason why the majority of people who are actively trying to make progress are not doing so comes down to one thing, basically. And that is, it could be categorized two different ways: consistency or stability in their process. All right. So here's what I mean by that. So I see this quite frequently with some of my clients where some days they're tracking their calories, other days they're not tracking. Or some days their steps are really high, and then other days their steps are down at like 4,000 and then 12,000 and then 4,000 and 12,000. Or one week things get really busy and they get in one or two workouts, and then they get in maybe three or four workouts the week after that. These are very common things. They happen to a lot of people, but they also can be the source of a lot of frustration because in the end, what people aren't getting is consistency. So they're following a plan, then they're not following the plan. So first thing is, if you don't have a plan, you're probably not going anywhere because you don't have a destination. You don't have a starting point. You need to have some sort of a plan that you're following. But you can only tell whether or not that plan is working if you're actually following the plan consistently. All right. Successful people are not the people who do the right things. Successful people are the people who do the right things consistently long enough to see progress. All right. You go to work out tomorrow, you're not going to see six-pack abs the day after that. We know that's not going to happen. All right. So here's why consistency or stability in your program is really, really important. First off, more than likely, especially if you're not being consistent, you're not being as accurate as you think. You might think, okay, one day was 200-300 calories over, the next day was under, but then we actually start putting things into a calorie tracker and we find out you've actually been really low on your calories and your body's been more or less starving, or you've been a lot higher on the other end than you thought. There was a study that was performed where they took people and if I remember correctly about the details, what they did was they had people log what they ate for 2 weeks. And then they locked them in a room for 2 weeks and fed them only what they said they ate. And all of them virtually lost weight because they were either inaccurate or they just were not inaccurate as, okay, that wasn't 4 ounces, that was 3 ounces of chicken that you actually ate, or 5 ounces, or they just weren't very good at journaling or logging yet. I see that actually quite frequently where people are grabbing the wrong food, and again, they're learning and that's fine. But whenever people consistently track, they will consistently get results. And actually, that's something I see quite frequently where, okay, now we bring out calorie tracking and they actually journal what they're eating and they do so accurately and consistently, and then things start moving. All right. So again, the other reason is because sometimes these swings between highs and lows messes with your body and confuses your body in a way that makes it really difficult for it to actually get better. All right. If your body's used to 4,000 steps a day, and that's been your norm over the last year, 4,000 or 5,000, maybe 6,000 steps a day, and then you start having the occasional day at 12,000 steps, even if that's 2-3 times a week, your body's baseline is still down at 4,000 steps. And so it's only putting forth a 4,000 step calorie burner or effort every day, and it isn't actually able to adapt and become a 12,000 step body. All right. So again, it could be calories are too low or calories are too high. I see calories too low quite frequently. A lot of people are busy. A lot of people are not eating as much as they should, or they have maybe the opportunity, but they declare things as unhealthy foods. And then it turns out, oh yeah, you only ate like 900 calories yesterday. And that's not good for the body. Or again, like their calorie output is really low one day and really high the next day. And so their metabolism never actually goes up to the higher level where we want it to be every day. All right. So again, consistency and stability, making sure that you're being consistent and there's a little bit of variation that's allowed, and obviously there's always the exclamation point, something that happens that throws you off. But I tell people, as an example for sleep, whatever your earliest wake up time is, you should not sleep in more than 1 hour on any given day based on that. I personally have to be up by 5:30 every day, or 4:30 every morning. Not every morning, but 3 mornings a week I have to be up at 4:30 for my 5 a.m. client. I do not sleep past 5:30. I might go get a nap to make up for it, but if I sleep past 5:30, it makes those 4:30 wake ups really tough on my body and messes with my sleep quality on the other nights. All right. So that's what I've got for you today. I am going to be doing a live training in my Facebook group tomorrow on looking at basically what are the 8 rocks to look under so that you can kind of audit yourself and your program to see where you might be getting inconsistency so that you can fix that and continue making progress. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions, I'm always here for you. I'd love to hear either your feedback or any questions I can help you with. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you next time. All right, have a good one.